Good morning, Libra. Welcome back to Tarot with Kat. I'm Kat. It is Wednesday, December 3rd, and this will be your weekly tarot reading for December 3rd through the 10th. If you haven't smashed that subscribe button yet, do that now. Be one of my first 500 subscribers to get a free lifetime membership, which will come with extended reads and so much more. All right. Excuse me. Getting over a cough cold. Wow, so we have Saturn last week coming direct after being in retrograde, after many planets in retrograde throughout November, and now we have entered what is called a grand water trine, and it's going to be huge. It's the kind of thing, astrologically speaking, that happens very rarely. It's like astrologers hope to see something like this once in their lifetime. It's never happened in our lifetime, and then, as opposed to other things that happen very commonly, like there's a reason even common people who don't know astrology have heard of Mercury in retrograde, because it happens like all the time. It's because Mercury is a small planet. It's always going into retrograde. This is different. This is powerful. This is big. People who don't understand the energies or have faith or, whatever, have something, are just going to get rocked around. But anyway, let's see what the tarot has to say for you, Libra. This is the reading for Libra for the week of December 3rd through December 10th. All right, so I'm using new decks this week than the ones I've been using so far on my channel. Decided to change them up. I took out a whole bunch of decks for an impromptu Thanksgiving reading, which you'll have to check out, which I posted on my channel. But, excuse me. This is my oldest tarot deck in that it's the one that's been with me the longest, probably 30 plus years. Yeah, I'm coming up on a birthday. This deck might be approaching 40 years old. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's been with me the longest. Traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. We're going to do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I'll put links to all of my decks in the description to the video. Libra, you are coming out as an Ace of Cups this week, Libra. Got the Ace of Cups. You're being crossed as your challenge obstacle awareness by a King of Pentacles. Down here below you in your subconscious tool shed is this beautiful 10 of Cups. Stepping out of your immediate past is a 3 of Swords. Crowning you in your ideal is a Page of Pentacles. Stepping into your immediate future mid-December, 9 of Swords. You and your environment this week, Libra, are feeling a nine of Wands, coming to an end of a cycle. Your environment around you this week is giving you the King of Cups, hopes and fears, the Hierophant, and final potential outcome, Knight of Cups. All right. Before we get any further into this reading, we pull one more card, which I've also switched this deck out for, instead of my holographic deck I was using. This is called Arcanum, and I really enjoy this deck. It's almost like a mixture of Oracle and Rider-Waite tarot. All the images are like very similar to all the Rider-Waite images, super similar. But it has reversals, and it's meant for you to read the reversals, and so I've deliberately shuffled this, reversing parts of the deck before we got to this. So we're going to read that card either upright or reversed. And if you're learning tarot, I highly recommend this deck, the Arcanum, for learning those tricky reversals. If you want to be able to do reversals in your readings, it's a great deck to learn those. So again, I'll link that in the description to this video. We'll keep that hidden until the end of the reading. That'll give us further clarification on this reading. Okay, Libra, you're coming up this week with this beautiful Ace of Cups. So aces are new beginnings, and cups are love, emotion, of overflowing joy and love and connection, creativity, abundance. So that's you, and you're just starting out though. It's aces, so it's just the beginning. It's just the spark of this new whatever. You're being crossed as your challenge obstacle awareness by a King of Pentacles. So this could be someone in your life, an older adult, more mature adult, more in charge type, who is possibly an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It doesn't have to be male. It could be male or female, but somebody who holds the reins in terms of the purse strings and the finances and stuff. So that is crossing you as your challenge, obstacle, or awareness. It could be an awareness that you need to be this King of Pentacles, or it could be somebody in your life who controls that, that's challenging you this week. You're bringing with you this beautiful 10 of Cups, which is a new beginning. You're aces. You're focused on forward. You're forward focused on the future. But you're being crossed by a King of Pentacles, and you've got some nines. You've got some end of cycle stuff here, okay? So you got this beautiful 10 of Cups beneath you, which is fulfillment and joy and love and familial love and generational love, renewable abundance. Not just, it's not the 9, it's the 10. It's the beginning of an abundance that's going to continue on and pass on, almost like a legacy. So you're bringing that with you in your subconscious as part of you, Libra. You, like many of us, are stepping out of your recent past with some heartache and losses. We've made some changes. We've ended a lot of relationships. We have come to an end. We were sad. It was difficult. It was hard. And we've experienced some of that. We've necessarily had to. Those of us who are focused on leveling up and wanting to, go where we need to go, you have to be able to do that, right? And so we've been experiencing some of that, Libra, in your recent past, from like October, November. So then in your crown is this Page of Pentacles, okay? And it's in your crown as your ideal. So pages are all about messengers, but with it in your crown, I feel like this is you needing to be more apprentice-like, ready to learn, ready to follow new opportunities when it comes to your career, health, wealth, or finances. And the pages are all about also about going back to school, learning that new thing you need to learn. So I feel like that's in your crown because you need to channel some of that energy. Some of that youthful, pages are very youthful, and they're all about just beginning on that journey to make that thing happen. And that's the energy that you need to focus on. You're going to be stepping into, in mid-December, a 9 of Swords, which is it's the anxiety card. It's in my video on the scariest cards in the tarot. So if you want to learn about how to read those scary cards that everybody hates, go watch my scariest cards in the tarot video. But this is the card of sleepless nights, things going, and remember that this is important to remember, that you have control of your thoughts, and it's all in your head. It's in your mind. It's in your thoughts. So when your thoughts are racing, there are certain frequencies that you can tune into, binaural beats, and you have to be careful to get the right program, the right app, that it's not just claiming to be, but actually are, which actually can help stop that overthinking and block those brainwaves. Highly recommend when you're stepping into a situation like this in your immediate future. That and guided meditations and things like that, super important to cope with that kind of situation, which necessarily happens. You this week in your environment get another 9, and remember, 9s are the end of a cycle, and that's why it's so mind racking. You haven't finished it yet. You're at the end, so there's a lot of stuff on your mind. You've been through a lot, and so there's a lot of stuff going on, and so it's the end of a cycle. Same with this. It's exhaustion. It's a card of exhaustion. That would be mental exhaustion. This would be just physical exhaustion too. The 9 of Wands is just physical. It's all this work, what you're doing, and you're still standing guard, but man, it's starting to wear on you, and it's wearing you out. And so that's you this week in your environment. So be careful. Again, get enough sleep, proper diet, do some yoga, all of that stuff. Forgive the gardener outside. So then your environment is handing you a King of Cups situation, King of Cups energy, which is wonderful. It's stability and it's emotional connection, and it's connecting on a deeper level too, an emotional level, but in a very mature and healthy kind of a way. So that's cool. Your environment is handing you some of that King of Cups energy, which is also forward looking. It's looking at establishing new connections that will bring you into your future. Your hopes and fears is this Hierophant. It's a 5. It's the 5th major arcana. I think it's probably a fear. The Hierophant is your social groups. It's your church groups. It's your social norms. It's how people view you. It's all of that. And so I think it goes hand in hand with judgment and being judged. So I think that's popping up in your fear section, which is probably that fear of the groups around you, your social groups judging you, is probably what's leading to, in mid-December, this anxiety and sleepless nights and yeah. And so your final potential outcome is this Knight of Cups, which is coming in with action toward forming new connections and love connections and relationships, and so just deeper connections, right? Is this Knight of Cups. He comes in, it's all about also trusting your intuition. The horse is moving kind of cautiously. He's not rushing in. This could be a romantic offer coming your way. Very much so, a romantic offer. It's water, so it could be also somebody who's a water sign, I guess, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces coming in, possibly. Maybe we'll get some clarification with this card. I wonder what it might be. I would love to see clarification in dealing with this mental exhaustion and physical exhaustion and beating that burnout, because you're having to be this Page of Pentacles. You've got this King of Pentacles crossing you over your Ace of Cups, and you're fearing the Hierophant. Let's see. Clarification on one of those would be awesome. Discord. So we have a reversal. We've got the 4 of Wands, which is our happy home and hearth card, and marriage and happy family card, upside down, reversed, which means discord. And so tension in relationships creates challenges, and anticipated celebrations might be canceled. So this feels like going through breakups, going through a divorce, going through stuff like that. Is this card. That may be what you got to do with whoever this King of Pentacles is in your life. It might be that, and this heartache in your immediate past, and also all this stuff on your mind and all this work that just rings of like ending a marriage, or ending, I don't know, something like that. And so the 4 of Clubs reversed means unsettled, disruption. Yeah, unsettled or disruption. So I feel like things have been or are unsettled, but hang tight, because things are going to be pulled now. It's early on in this Grand Water Trine, so it's super important that you trust your intuition. The fact that you're coming up with all these cups is beautiful. That's what you need to tune into during this Grand Water Trine. Cups are water. So you're being crossed by some pentacles, which are earth, which is okay, but I think it's ain't no thing. And so, yeah, neither are the swords or the wands. If you tap into that water and trust your intuition, yeah. Oh, my goodness. All right, Libra, have a beautiful week. If you enjoyed this, please hit the thumbs up. That really helps my channel. Be one of my first 500 VIP members to get a free lifetime membership. Hit that subscribe button right now. It's totally free. Have a blessed week. We'll see you soon.